What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you guys about some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We got some drama. Drama alert, sound the alarm, fire in the booth. There's some drama going down in the Call of Duty community. Now, I'm not one to really, speak on drama. I'm also not one to really get myself involved, and I'm not one to really speak out on things as well as that the Call of Duty community at the moment at least doesn't really have any drama. There's no real beef, I guess, really. There's nothing really going on in terms of people throwing flames at each other, but this is just down to one person making a big mistake and feeling the effects of that mistake. Now, this is coming from a Reddit post that was posted today, and it's regarding the YouTuber by the name of TheKoreanSavage, who made his name off of, getting really good gameplays and being a really good Call of Duty player. Now, this Reddit post is titled, "TheKoreanSavage just got a nuke in my disabled friend's game." He's not really starting off really well here. The article goes on to then explain she can only fully use one hand and has an extremely low KD. Again, not doing really well for himself here. It then concludes by saying someone in her game completely destroyed her and got a nuke. She looked up their name and it was YouTuber TheKoreanSavage. Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck is going on here? I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. Reverse boosting, skill-based matchmaking. That's the reason I'm talking about it here, because if it was just some fucking I don't like you and your mum's a whore and that sort of crap, I wouldn't be talking about it. But since this is drama as a result of the fundamental problems with Modern Warfare, then I'm gonna speak about it. Now, I do want to defend TheKoreanSavage here a little bit. He wouldn't have a clue. He wouldn't know that this person, this girl that he was facing on the opposition team had a disability. He wouldn't have known that she could only use one hand, and I'm sure if he did know that sort of stuff, he wouldn't have taken advantage of playing against her in order to get a gameplay. That wouldn't have happened. Now, what is inexcusable and what is wrong on his part is using a fundamentally wrong system in skill-based matchmaking to his advantage in order to, one, get gameplays off of, and two, profit off of those gameplays. Because now I don't watch KoreanSavage. I'm not a fan of him, not because I don't like what he does, it's just that it's not my type of content. I'm not trying to out him, or I'm not trying to flame him in any way at all. It's just that his stuff is not for me. His channel is mainly off of getting really good gameplays, and that's it. I don't know, I don't watch him enough to really know. There's not a lot of discussion here. It looks to me that it's a lot of live commentary gameplays, or maybe just live commentary over post-com over gameplays, if that makes any sense. It's not necessarily for me personally. I like to have a discussion, which is what we do on this channel. Now, since his channel is fully built upon and I guess strives upon him having really good games in Call of Duty and posting them, and people enjoying watching really high kills, tactical nukes, those sort of things. Since his channel is based off of that, and since seemingly he's using skill-based matchmaking to his advantage in order to get those gameplays, is wrong. Because he's taking advantage of a system in order to get good gameplays to then make money off of them. You don't see myself doing that. You don't see people like 402 Thunder doing that. You don't see people like Blame Truth doing that. And you don't see people, for example, like Nearest Cinema doing that as well. A lot of the, traditional Call of Duty channels aren't taking advantage of skill-based matchmaking in order to then use it to their advantage when it comes to creating videos and having high kill gameplays. I guess the new breed of Call of Duty YouTubers like KoreanSavage are taking advantage of this system and are using it to their advantage, and that's wrong, at least for me personally, because I don't necessarily see the value in showing off the gameplay that you cheated to get. What about the 5 games previous to that game where you got a tactical nuke, where it went super duper negative, wrecked all his stats, or did something in order for him to then go on and get these high kill tactical nuke gameplays. Now you could argue that we can look at his stats in game, we can look at the global leaderboards and see where he's at. But in saying that as well, even though skill-based matchmaking only accounts for your previous 5 games played, since he is a really good Call of Duty player, when he goes into those really bad low KD lobbies, he's gonna destroy. He's gonna bring his KD up, he's gonna bring his score per minute up, he's gonna bring his win-loss ratio up as well. So it all balances out. Even though his first 5 games were really bad, his next 5 are gonna be really good. So it balances itself out. Now, this is all down to skill-based matchmaking. And also the fact that Infinity Ward doesn't want to admit that skill-based matchmaking is in their game. Because, look, if players like TheKoreanSavage and players like, for example, the poor girl who can only play Call of Duty with one hand, if players like that can get in the same lobby, then what the fuck is going on? If it's purely connection-based, you can argue that maybe they just had a really similar connection to each other, but we know that skill-based matchmaking is in their game, so there's no excuse as to how this man was in a lobby with this poor girl, right? There's no fathomable reason about how. Apparently the girl has a really low KD, and we know that this man must have a fairly decent KD ratio. So why are they in the same lobby? There's only one thing: reverse boosting, skill-based matchmaking, taking into effect of the previous 5 games, and there you go. He's in a lobby with these really poor players, getting these good gameplays in order to make money off of them on YouTube. It sounds like I'm flaming him, it sounds like I'm saying he's a bad person. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to state the facts, and the fact is, what he's doing here is wrong, and it shouldn't be happening. It's crazy to think that we're in a time where really good Call of Duty YouTubers have to do really bad in order to trick the game to put them in bad lobbies in order for them to make money off of the gameplays they make. What happened to back in the day where if you had a good game, you had a good game. You didn't have to reverse boost to get the good game. You just had a good game and you shared that good game you had with people. You didn't have to do any of this bull crap reverse boosting, playing against poor, disadvantaged, disabled girls to get a good game and get views on YouTube. You just be decent at the game, have a good game, share it on YouTube and talk over it. Like, what's happened in the past, 2008 to 2007, what's happened in the past 13 years to where we can get to this point where people with 1.5 million subscribers has to trick the game in order to showcase their skill? And in saying that as well, showcasing your skill against low KD players really defeats the purpose of doing any of that. You're not skilled because you played against a disabled girl and got a nuke on her. You're skilled because you are a good player and you can show your skill against other players who are as good as you are, because Modern Warfare has skill-based matchmaking. If this game was different, if Modern Warfare didn't have skill-based matchmaking, this is a completely different scenario. We're only going to focus on the fact that he played against a disabled girl, and we're not going to focus on the fact that he reverse boosted in order to get to that position. That's my main gripe with it. My main thing isn't that he played with a disabled girl and he got a nuke on her. My main thing is that he took advantage of the game in order for his benefit, and there just so happened to be a disadvantaged girl on the other side, which sucks, which is ridiculous that can even happen in 2020. But look, man, that's Modern Warfare 2019. Skill-based matchmaking is being taken advantage of, and it's not just KoreanSavage. I'm sure there's other people out there that are taking advantage of it as well. Not just YouTubers, but just normal people as well. People doing really bad in the first 5 games they play to then do really good in the next 5, and then repeat the whole process again in order for them to feel really good about themselves, I guess. Like, that's just the world. That's just the game that we have right now. If, as I said before, if Modern Warfare was completely connection based and we knew it was completely connection based, then this whole scenario changes. It's not me calling him out for playing against a disabled girl. It's not me calling him out for reverse boosting in order to get in a bad lobby. I wouldn't even be talking about it if this whole reverse boosting thing didn't even come into effect. I wouldn't be talking about it, because honestly, I sympathize for the man. He's probably gonna get a lot of stick from a lot of people because he played with a disabled girl, and I feel sorry for the guy because he wouldn't have known, and that's fact. He wouldn't have known that she's disabled. What he would have known is that he's getting himself into really, really bad lobbies in order to profit off the gameplays he's gonna get from those bad lobbies, and that's what's wrong with this whole situation. And that's what's wrong with Modern Warfare 2019. Skill-based matchmaking is being taken advantage of. It's gonna be taken advantage of by so-called COD partners, I guess. It's gonna be taken advantage of by people who, I guess, I don't know, I don't know why you would. Why would you sacrifice your first 5 games? Why would you waste 50 minutes of your life just to have another 50 minutes of a really, really easy time? I thought skill-based matchmaking was meant to improve players, not to keep them stagnant. I thought skill-based matchmaking was in place so that if players of the same skill get paired up with each other, they can get better and then move up a tier. I thought that was how this whole thing was meant to be. I didn't think that skill-based matchmaking was intended for people to take advantage of it in order to play with disabled girls. I don't know. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below. What do you think of skill-based matchmaking? What do you think of it being abused, reverse boosted? What do you think of this whole situation as a whole? Let me know your thoughts down below. Click subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss out on my next video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.